the gram. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I've been to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Road inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
Good morning all. What's going on with my camera here? Why is my camera not working? Let's see what's going on here. Aha. Very good. Now it decides to work. Lagged. Perfect. Hope we're all well, hope we're all good. Let's get into it. Have a look at what's going on. The man. Let's see. Do the analysis and all that good stuff here. Today's big day, CPI day for the pound here. So let's have a look. CPI day today. Expecting inflation to come low. I'm going to speak a little bit about it. I'm going to do the analysis first, then we'll speak about the inflation here. USD bank holiday as well. So today is a big day as well, being USD bank holiday. Obviously, NY session not going to be ideal to trade. I will explain about USD bank holidays and how they work and how bank holidays work in general. And some of you might be asking, oh, why is he trading London session? Main reason CPI is here. I want to see what happens in the markets here. But on bank holidays, you generally want to be careful. So we'll speak a little bit about it. CPI big numbers for today, of course, for GBP trading here, and we'll see what ends up happening. At the moment we're consolidating, so let's see what's happened over yesterday. Not much. Liquidity grab to downside, liquidity grab to upside, basically messing people up. Now yesterday we tried the continuation here. We got around 10 pips on that move, and then it just ended up consolidating and failing. So the good thing is, first of all, the trade was pretty nice. We got in, got out at perfect time. Second thing here is that normally pre-CPI we can see price trying to price in the move, essentially, right? We can see us trying to form a price in where we basically price in what's going to happen, right? So we see what's going to happen, and that's why we could have expected yesterday to see heavy continuation pricing in of that news happening. Now we didn't see that, so that means that's telling me that the market participants and the market in general are not too sure about what's going to happen, right? They're not too sure what's going to happen, and as a resolution to that, we see that price basically sweeps liquidity from upside, sweeps liquidity from downside. We see those in that two move and ends up in the range here. Basically messes up everyone, right? Which is not the place you want to be involved in. So yesterday we got out pretty much on point here. Now if we go ahead and do the analysis and see how daily candles have formed here, we can see previous daily finally closing above that daily resistance here. So that's the first time we have closed above the daily resistance. Let's make sure it's consistent amongst other brokers here. Yeah, it is. It's not the best close, but it does count as a close above. Now what we need for continuation is we need break of high, right? So we need price to break highs to see that continuation. If we respect the highs, that's most likely where we get potential no continuation here. Now moving on to 4-hour time frame here. 4 hours just part of that consolidation. If we bring back drawings here, we can see that we're just sitting at daily resistance and we're stuck in this consolidation. So realistically, this 4-hour resistance here you don't have to worry much about. This is just for my personal interest to know where we are in the range, right? That's why I'm kind of using this. So don't worry about this 4-hour resistance. It's not really that relevant, and I just want to see, based on this is our first range that we formed, and if we're leaving that range we could have potential continuation, but I'm not worried about that line. That is just something personal I'm keeping on the chart. I could actually make it a different color to show to make it not let's make it a different style here. Let's make it like a dashed line, or maybe even dotted. Yeah, something like this, right? So it's not that important. So now let's go have a look at what I'm expecting. So CPI news, right? CPI, obviously CPI here, market doesn't know what's going on. That's why we're ranging. So there's no clues there. It's always difficult to predict CPI. They're expecting numbers to come down. If we do see numbers come down, we can expect probably a move down. Last time we had the same thing. We saw a move up first, if I remember correctly. So it came out in May 22nd. We saw a forecast. We see it come back higher than expected. That's why we saw the move up, right? So we see a 2.1. I want to see April and May. So let's go back to May. Let's go back to May and see when numbers. So when numbers came higher than expected, right? Here's the 22nd of May. We should have seen a move up, right? Move up when numbers higher than expected. This is 22nd of May. Yeah, that's the news here. So we saw that move up, which is correct. And then on the last one, which was 17th of April, we should have seen a move down, right? So move down should have happened in 17th of April as numbers came back. So where's 17th of April? Probably this one here. This is 16th, 17th, 17. What do we see here? So we actually even both ways see a move up, even though news is actually opposite, which makes this quite a confusing event. Because look, we got numbers from, oh no, it came higher on April 17th. Okay. Year on year, not month on month. Okay. So they're expecting numbers to come back at 2. Yeah, based on this, I could see probably 2.2, 2.1 maybe. You know, if they get back to their 2% target, it's going to be something extremely interesting to see them get back to their 2% target. That's going to be the goal. Obviously, the Fed in the US is trying to get back to the 2% target. Based on the previous daily close as well, it does make sense for us to get to that previous to get the same move as the previous news events, where we get a move up here because we have daily closing above. But it's always hard to say. If they do hit that 2% target, then we will see a move down. And the reason we'll see a move down is because we can expect interest rate cuts, which is negative for the pound in terms of pound strength. So it's all based on what's going to happen with this news here. So if numbers come out as expected, I don't think they come back lower. I'd be very surprised to see them come back lower. I expect it probably to go down. Now, if numbers come back slightly higher, which is kind of seeming like a 2.1 would not be out of the question, we will see an initial move up here. Now, the big thing is going to be the speeches following, where they talk about basically the summary and what's going to be happening with the economy, etc. So that's, and interest rates more importantly. Are we going to reduce them? How many reductions do we look like we're going to do? That's going to be important. The more reductions, the weaker it's going to make the pound. The less reductions, the more strength we're going to see in pound. Now for gold, gold as well, still stuck in this type of range here. If we go back and we start on daily time frame here, so daily time frame here, closing bullish yesterday. Closing bullish yesterday, still at daily resistance. I do want to mark this daily resistance. Let's go ahead and mark this daily resistance. Right, so still at daily resistance there. Change the way of my line. There we go. So yeah, still at daily resistance. Moving down to 4-hour time frame as well here. This is also a 4-hour resistance. We do have a current 4-hour resistance. This is previous 4-hour. This one here we can move to here. This is our current 4-hour resistance. So yeah, we're stuck in the range. We basically have mixed bias here. We have a mixed bias here. Why did that not change? Because previous daily closing bullish, previous 4-hour closing bearish here. Not the best bearish close, to be honest. Let's have a look here. 15-minute. Looking something like that. Move this to here, to be honest. You could probably see breakdown sells below this 15-minute here, I would say. Below 23, 22 here for sells. And the buys are going to be above the daily resistance. Makes sense. Don't have the biggest range here. It becomes quite messy, but we have around 13 pips only. See what 30 minutes is saying. Yeah, 30 minutes a little bit bigger. 1 hour also a little bit bigger. About the same as the 30, but no, we don't have any breakout at the moment. We're just stuck in the range and we're more at the top of the range. So really it's not a crazy idea. If we start seeing rejection from here, we can trade back down to the bottom of the range, fill this clean candle here, which is something kind of like this. What we happen, look, we have impulsive move up. We try one more try. So this is what we could see. We could see one more liquidity grab, respect the daily resistance, and then fail and come down here. So this is what I can be expecting here on price, is to see that type of movement there. So yeah, that's the analysis here. So we just have to wait and see if we get below this 15 here. 23, 22 would be nice to see that. I think if we get the liquidity grab first, we could even sell as early as below here. Below here wouldn't be crazy to sell as well, but we need some sort of liquidity grab first. So I'd like to see price at least retest these highs and then try to make its way back down. And then below here, we don't have the worst range here. We have around a 25 pip range below. So I'd quite be interested in that if that comes. But at the end of the day, the big problem today is USD bank holiday. So since it's USD bank holiday, trading gold is going to be extremely difficult, even in London session. So that would be my plan on gold. But do I follow through with the plan? Probably not, because basing on it being USD bank holiday, we can see inconsistency. So how does bank holidays work? Well, obviously during NY session, you shouldn't really be trading, as there's unknown if you're going to get volume or not. Second problem is that on bank holidays, it's just a form of what? Inconsistency. So you don't know. You're gambling if there's going to be volume. You're gambling if there's going to be not. And when you do that, you're kind of putting yourself in a bad position. So you can take unnecessary losses, and it's just one day. If you can't hold yourself not to trade for one day, you have serious problems, right? You have serious problems, and you need to get better, right? So that's one thing. The second thing is, someone's asking why US bank holiday impacts in London session. It impacts gold in London session because it's a USD based pair, right? All USD based pairs are going to be impacted. Something like GJ is not going to be impacted today, hence why I'm still trading this session, because it's not going to do anything to GJ. Why is it not going to do anything to GJ? Because we have no USD pair involved, and London, European banks, all the other banks are open. Obviously, when we have days where both GBP and USD banks are closed, that's a whole no trade day for me. But for pairs like USD pairs on a USD bank holiday, most likely I'm not trading them, just due to possible inconsistencies with volume, right? So that's how it is, man. That's how it is. So yeah, that's the analysis. Let's see what happens for CPI news here. I'm gonna put a vote in chat. I'll see what you guys are thinking. And yeah, let's get it. Make sure to do the YouTube business. 518 of us in here. Leave a like on the stream. Get the likes up to 200. Would appreciate it. Let me put this thing in the chat. Tony's asking me, how am I? I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. And yourself? Let's have a look here. Let's see what you guys are thinking. You can put in your votes. Let's see. What are you guys thinking? Up or down? I'm interested. Buy limit, sell limit. Be careful with those. Those are limits. You probably mean buy stop, sell stop. Bunch of gamblers. I like to see it. So we have 7 minutes here till news, so we have some time. You're saying up? Yeah, I feel the same. Yeah, probably 2.3 to 2. If they reach 2, it's pretty amazing. If they reach 2, it's pretty amazing. Harry, do you listen to Sexy Red? I have heard her songs, of course. But no, I don't play her songs on repeat. Core CPI is still high. Yeah, but it's important for them to see at least some sort of general year-on-year inflation coming down. You know? Like 3.5, 3.9 to 3.5 is not bad, you know? So if we see this number come down, then it's good anyways. Let's see where we are on higher time frame. Does it make sense to reject from here? It's not a crazy place to reject, right? It's not a crazy place to reject. We could see the rejection and then the rest of the week we become sellers, right? We could see rejection and start selling these ranges. And even start failing and getting below down here and selling below here as well can start to become options. So let's see how many votes we got. Let's see how many votes we got. We got 221 votes and 110 likes. I always catch you guys, I'm telling you. I'm always telling you. Let's read some what chat is saying. Your font size is too small. Your screen is too small. How about that? It's always my fault, right? I think they will reach around 2.1. I live here in UK. I've noticed price inflation easing over the last year. Yeah, I think 2.1 is also what I'm expecting. 2 would be like, wow, you know, it'd be definitely something interesting. Them need the reduction in interest rate, keep roofs over their heads, for sure, for sure. They need, yeah, they need a reduction. Hey bro, it's been 30 minutes already. Please take a trade fast. Fuck's sake, man. Have you done gold analysis? Yes. If there's 2%, will it... what's FLL, bro? Fall, you mean? FALL? Fall drastically? Yeah, we would probably see a move down. How many minutes? 3 minutes. We need you to manipulate the market. We'll see. I mean, I think we could see this CPI be a bit of manipulation, liquidity grab up, move down, or vice versa. You know, so you have to be careful. And if 2.1 it goes up, that's interesting. So that's a great question. You'll see an initial spike up, but that spike can flip. The reason why that can flip is it's still better than previous. It's still better than previous, so it will still bring GBP weakness in. But based on the initial reaction of it not coming as forecast, you can see a spike up. So you could see initial spike up and then boom, flips. I can see how many people here are gambling in chat. Do you trade news? I trade after the news. People saying sell. In the votes here, we have more people saying up than down. More people saying up than down. I'm gonna end the vote now. Quickly, put in your votes. I'm gonna end it now. Let's see, let's see. We want accurate. Alright, let's see. This is the results here. 60% of people expecting up and the rest expecting down. I put the like train so I don't have to keep asking for YouTube business. Last 1 minute, last 24 seconds. Let's see. Most of you guys voted up. Most of you guys voted up. We're still above weekly resistance on this close. Oh, maybe not anymore. Last 9 seconds. Don't blow your accounts, guys, please. Don't gamble. Trade properly. Gambling is bad. So I told you. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay, initial spike up. Be careful this doesn't flip. So we see initial spike up. Not a big spike up just yet. Yeah, so numbers come back. This means numbers came back worse than expected. So maybe 2.2 we're seeing here. Let's see, 2.2 maybe. 2.2. And we see it go up. Wow, that's insane. This came back as forecast as well. Crazy. I'll be scared that this doesn't flip to see this come back. Could flip because numbers came back as expected, right? This is a liquidity grab potentially here. You know, so yeah, it came back as expected. So this is obviously creating liquidity here, stopping a lot of people out, and now we're seeing it come back down, right? That's what I was talking about. So yeah, numbers coming back at 2 is big. It's big. Now the main thing is going to be, what are they going to say in speeches? In terms of what are they going to say about rate cuts? Because now that inflation is coming down as forecast and it's on track, they can start to do what? They can do interest rate cuts. Exactly, rate cuts. Right? So they can start. So now we need to see the speeches of them talking about, which will be tomorrow. We will see them talk about the rate cuts. Right? We will see them talk about the rate cuts and how many rate cuts they plan. And then we will see that's probably will have more impact in the market than just this spike. But obviously with news coming, we shouldn't really be seeing a move up here. That's why we're seeing no continuation, because it's come back. Actually, it's suggesting more likelihood of rate cuts than no rate cuts. We also closed above weekly resistance though. That is definitely interesting. It will likely be bearish. I think for it to be bearish, we need something closing below the weekly resistance here. We're still reacting off that weekly resistance, you see. So data suggests for GJ to go down, but we're not seeing that being priced into the market. So that's interesting to see. But yeah, data suggests that we're seeing this being that's why we're not seeing, we're just seeing whipsaw. This is known as whipsaw, right? Whipsaws are very common. it's just manipulation, you know. It's just trying to catch people out who are gambling on news, right? This is an inconsistency. It could flip back down, flip back up. You don't know. That's why wait for this candle to settle and then try to catch the continuation if there is going to be continuation after news. If rate cuts means good for the economy but will cause GBP to be weak, yes, rate cuts will be cause GBP to be weak, correct. Boss, why are you trading GJ? Aren't you over trading? How am I over trading if I haven't taken a trade just yet? How is that over trading? Man, YouTube chat is wild, bro. Wild. 1 minute you don't trade enough. 1 minute now you're over trading. It's wild. May you please drop a video on liquidity? May you please use your eyes and check my YouTube channel, because I do. You guys need to subscribe to the channel and put that notification on so you see when I post the videos that you asked for. It's literally there for you. Right there. First, where my mouse gone? How I use liquidity. So make sure, subscribe and put that notification on. So what? So that you can get the video. Mr. Handsome, post a YouTube video with daily routine of a trader. Already there, bro. I'm telling you, my YouTube channel is full of content that you guys want. You just don't watch it. Use your eyes. Hi, one serious question. How do you have the patience to deal with haters like you? It's old. I'm used to it. You think that I'm not going to be online and not have haters? I've had haters for a very long time. I'm used to it. You know what I mean? Some haters just misunderstand. You know, a lot of people here are very frustrated. They're lost in life and they're angry and they're depressed and they have nothing going for them. So they try to blame it on others. And I understand that. Like, I understand. So that's why I always give them a bit of time to try reason with them and try tell them, like, listen, get control of yourself. Stop complaining and trying to put all of your shit on other people when it's only you who can change your situation. It's only you who can take action. Right? You're the only one who can do that. But they still love to complain. Some people are just there to troll. They want to see you do bad, and that's always going to be the case. But they're the long term, they're the ones who only lose. So it's my last laugh, you know? Inflation back to 2% plus Japan willing to raise interest rates. Yes, you're correct. It can bring some downside price action in GJ here. We could see some downside price action in GJ. It might not happen right now. We need to analyze it, but that's why we trade price action, because as soon, like I said, as soon as we start to see the signs of price creating resistances, we can look for those sells, and those sells we can look to continue those sells over the next week or you know, more and more, basically. What do you think after this candlestick closure? Depends where it closes. Right now it's just in the range. We've done nothing. We literally swept the high and now just sitting. CPI numbers came quite similar. That's why no move happened. No, it didn't come quite similar. It came massively down. 2% has been their target for years, right? It's taken them 4 years to get back to 2%. So that's a massive number to come back to 2%. Massive. There's no move because this is a false move. This is expecting interest rates to be cut here. So we shouldn't be seeing a move up. We should be seeing either whipsaw up and down, or we should be seeing a move down. At the moment, we're just seeing price not know what it wants to do. I'm mad because I didn't like when you abused me in Hindi 2 days ago. I don't directly speak to anyone. I speak to general people. And if you're going to be abused by words, then you're going to struggle in life a lot, because words don't do anything, you know? They're just simply people's thoughts. The real facts is what can affect. But just words, if you're getting affected by words, then damn. Actual and forecast are 2%. Yeah, that's their forecast. That's not previous. Forecast is a prediction. The previous was 2.3. So we almost 0.5% reduction, which is massive. You should abuse him more in Hindi. Today's bank holiday in USA. Don't expect big moves in gold. Correct. We could see some inconsistency in overall Forex markets today because USA is a big bank. But we do have GBP Bank open, which is why we can trade GJ, because USD, you know, USD does affect GJ actually, but in terms of the GBP and the JPY society, no. More the JPY, the USD affects. Harry, do you teachings or do you have Discord in terms of what? We do have a free Discord channel, yes. If you use your own capital, how much are you earning per month to be able to live in Dubai, and how much total capital do you have? Would you like to know where I was born? Would you like to know how what my shoe size is, what color my wardrobe has? Anything else you want to know? Please let me know first. What blood type I am. What shampoo am I using? Yep, correct, Didier. What else should we make sure to put on the list? Social security, we don't have, so maybe my Emirates ID number. My barber, okay. My underwear, good. My Bugatti, what color? Brilliant. All of this stuff. The first part of your question is fine though. If you use your own capital, how much are you earning? So what's the question if? It's, I don't know. Your question is like, are you asking how much capital do I need to be earning to live in Dubai? Or are you asking how much do I need to live in Dubai based on my capital from trading? So rephrase your question and let me know. I can help you. What brand of furnace filter do you use? Unfortunately, I'm not in Canada, so we don't have a furnace. We have AC. So I can tell you what brand my AC is. Based on your account size? No. What I'm saying is he asking what account size do you need to live in Dubai or what? 100k account, 5% a month you can live in Dubai? Yes. 5k a month, yes. You use an open muzzle or a silencer in the bathroom. Damn, boys. What settings do you use in AC? According to the capital you have now, how much percentage do you make per month to be able to afford a life in Dubai? And give us some numbers. So if you look at the biggest expense in Dubai is going to be your living expense. And then depends on what lifestyle you want to live. You can live cheaply, you can live expensive in Dubai. So for me to be able to live in Dubai, I need to be making for basic needs around 5% of how I calculate risk online. So around 5K. So that's how that works. So you want about 5K for basics expenses. That's not including rent though. But rent I can adjust depending on where you live, right? So that's kind of the only thing that I would say you're paying to live a lifestyle, right? The rest of the stuff is not too it's pretty simple, to be honest. But as a trader, your account fluctuates. I think that's what people don't understand. Some months I might make 1%, some months I might make 10%, some months I might make 15%. So I look at it as quarterly, right? Every quarter I look at P&L to be able to, you know, manage that. I think that's a big mistake people make, is they think living off trading society and making a certain amount every month is going to be the case. That's not the case. You should be able to, how am I going to phrase this? You should be able to have a month where you don't make money and can still live, because that's going to happen for sure. You know, it's rare once you get good at trading, but you know, for example, a bad month for me, I'm up 2%. 2% ain't going to pay the rent, tell you that much. How much to live in the slums? Around $200 a month. $150, $200 you can get away with. Do I own or do I rent? No, I rent. I don't like owning. If you own, you have a liability. It's not an asset. Renting, you're flexible. I've said this example. If you want, we can run over it again. To buy a house, okay, to buy a house which is the same standard as where you're living now, you can rent it for much cheaper. So let me give you an example. Say the house you're living in, that you're renting, costs you around 10 million to live in that house, okay? 10 million, okay? So that's how much that house costs. You could invest that 10 million somewhere else, or you probably don't even have that 10 million. But if you rent this house, you can probably rent this for in a year for, let's say, 250K, okay? So that's much cheaper. You can take, let's say, 4 million, invest that into 4 different properties worth 1 million each, okay? Those properties then will give you a rental yield of, let's say, on safety, 6%. So 6% of 1 million is 60K, right? 6 times 4 is gonna cover most of that rent already. So you're literally not doing that. And that's on a 6% is a rubbish return. We literally can talk about 10%. So you're actually making 400K, right? 400K if you're actually a good investor, right? If you're a good investor, 400K should be how much, you know, should be making 10% off a property, right? So then you can use that, half of that or a bit more than half is going to rent, and you get to live in a huge luxury place instead of putting 10 million cash and paying a mortgage for 20 years and stuck paying that mortgage, right? Because any of these houses that you don't live in, you can liquidate and make more profits off them anyways, right? And also the best thing is you're flexible when you're living in rent. You can leave the house and go live somewhere else if you want to change. I disagree. If you own a house, you have an asset that can bring cash flow every month, and you sell that house for a profit as well. No, because you're living in that house. It's not an asset, it's a liability. If you don't live in the house, it's an asset. That's what I mean. So you rent houses, right? You rent houses, and then you use that rent to pay for your own rent. Why is it 10 million, not 6% rent? Yeah, I just gave a random number to give an example. 10 million, 10% would be... Yeah, I gave a random example. And also I calculated not of 10 million that you invested, I calculated that you invested 4 million, which is much less. That's the opposite here. Rent is about 3x the price of buying and paying a mortgage. Yeah, because they're trying to trap you into paying a mortgage, right? How should you buy a car in cash or finance it? This is a great question. First of all, you need to check interest rates. Does it make sense? If you finance a car for cash flow, so everything depends on cash flow. You need to have cash flow. That's how I calculate if I can buy something or not, is my cash flow. What do we mean by cash flow? How much money is coming in and how much money is going out. If there's more expenditures that coming in and you're increasing your liquidity is decreasing because your cash flow is not healthy, that means that you can't afford it, because now you're paying out more for a finance and you're not then doing what? As well as creating a savings. Because part of cash flow should be creating a savings that you can allocate into investments, into whatever, maybe buying yourself something nice. So essentially, when you want to afford a car, you literally need to afford the car cash, but then finance it to just allow yourself to have more cash flow. So that would be the trick, is that you should be able to say, hey, I can afford this car cash. I have the money to afford cash, but if I pay all of this car cash, then I'm going to lose some, my cash flow and my liquid assets, right? So I'm going to finance it. But you shouldn't be in the position where you're saying, it shouldn't be like that. Another way is if you have a secure income and you can calculate, I would say generously, if you're a car guy, right? If you're a car guy, then you could allocate maybe around 20% of your income to buying a car, maybe 30 if I don't really agree, but it's not by book a good thing to allocate 30%. 20% by book is still generous, but that's about it. It's depreciating assets. It's better to lease or rent, otherwise buy. Yes. No, but properties won't be a depreciating asset. Properties won't be a depreciating asset, but if you're not going to be, it would be a negative equity asset, and it would be a liability. Property better to buy? No, it's better to rent, because unless you're not living in it. If you're living in it, then it's definitely better to rent. If you're not living in it, then it's better to buy, of course. But that's the point, is that if you were not renting, you would buy. And if you were, that's the point. Yeah, but if you rent, you also have to then buy, right? Because then you have that, the whole idea of buying is to pay for your rent, so that you're just not giving out random money on rent. Yeah, so we're stuck in this range here. I think buy is probably going to be outside the range here. If we can break above here, we could probably see that continuation of buys above here as well. Looking like it's getting a bit choppy inside of the range. No 5-minute structure yet. Sells, I still think will make sense below here, actually. You can't live in a car. A car is a depreciating asset. You can live in a house that is appreciating in value, but you can make more value from renting that. Not below weekly resistance. That is weekly resistance. It says it right here, WR. Half of the people here don't know what an asset is. I'm starting to believe that. I can define it for you guys. An asset is something that generates cash flow. So let's think of it really simply. An asset is something that gives you money. A liability is something that takes money from you. So if you're living in a house paying a mortgage, it is a liability, because money is coming out of your pocket. Out of your pocket. Yes, in the future it can become an asset, but the problem is that you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You don't know what's going to happen. My ex was a liability. Brother, I'm telling you. That's different. That has to be calculated as well, right? Harry is a liability. I just sent 5k and yet the spreads are the same. No, Claudio is a scam. He sends fake money. Actually, no, I'm not the liability. Claudio sends me money, I send the money back. Right? So actually, Claudio is a liability because when I send the money back, I had to pay fees. So he took money from me. He's the liability. Harry, teach us about girls. What do you want to know about girls? You guys need to get outside more. You guys should be talking, right? You should be talking. You should have confidence. You should just not be simps. You guys are too much of simps. Every time you talk to a girl, it feels like you should be the same way that you're comfortable talking to a guy. You should be able to talk to a girl. You shouldn't be simps talking to them like, thinking that, oh, am I gonna get this girl? Am I gonna impress that girl? No. They're normal human beings. Who's that guy? Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? So don't be simps. Focus on yourself, not girls. Girls would come when you become a G. Yes, don't go chasing butterflies. Build a garden, all the butterflies will come. Remember, if you're meeting a girl, she should be an asset, not a liability. And that doesn't have to mean monetary wise. It should mean relationship wise. Like I said, aim for the goal, not the hole. Fuck's sake, man. Give me some idea for paying debts. It's a tough one, man. You just need to grind. Try find multiple sources of income. Learn skills that are going to be income generating. Learning trading is going to allow you to generate not only income in markets, but income everywhere else because of the skills you have to learn. Girls are liabilities, they take money out of pocket. Yeah, but is it worth it? As a man, you should be able to pay for a girl. You should be able to pay for dinner. You should be able to pay for general stuff. That's like your role. But what are they giving you in return, right? Are they maybe giving you a healthy relationship? Are they supporting you emotionally? Are they supporting your journey? Are they maybe taking a complete detachment from you, right? Are they detaching you from how busy you are outside of stuff? That is the value that they're giving back, right? So you have to find someone like that. So it's complex. It's complex. If they're just a gold digger taking money, then yeah, you know that sucks. I've had a few of those and waste of time and money. Who is a simp? All of you in chat are simps, guaranteed. All. Joking. Alright, let's see if GJ wants to get above here. I'm really thinking that buys are making more sense above this 15 here, 760. Let's put a little note here. I think Claudio is something's happened. He hasn't been in the group for 3 days and totally is like YouTube chat now. He's got infected. 3 days he spent in YouTube chat and now look at him. Comes back. What? I don't understand. It's also a 30-minute, yes, but the thing with that is that these wicks cross through. Oh no, it's not. 369. I think yeah, that just broke a discrepancy. Your win rate is 78.5. Okay, I'll change it, brother. Thank you very much. I'll change that. Yeah, I'm not too good updating this on-stream journal. I don't calculate the win rate, so I might be higher win rate. Definitely not lower win rate because that I calculate properly. This week is full of GBP news. Yes, it gets a little bit hectic. Yeah. It'd be nice to see this 5-minute fail, then get back above here. I think that's where your best attempt of buys is going to be. What's 1 hour saying? Especially in 30 minutes, we get the 1 hour above as well. 30-minute above. Is this a rejection wick? Yes, at the moment it is a rejection wick because we're rejecting something. Last week was Chef Kiss. This week is Dog Water. We've been ranging since Monday. It's only Wednesday, so there's only been this is the third day in the market. It also being a bank holiday. Look, this is Monday and Tuesday together. We did catch a trade yesterday, so it's not been that bad. At least we have make something this week. Be better than taking a loss, right? We could take a loss as well, but it's not as big pushes as we've had. But you know what to do. That's not up to us. Shop, never thought about catching intraday moves 50-60 pips. Yeah, last month I caught a 200 pip move. No, sorry, 125 pip move on GJ. I take them. It's just, are we in the right spot? Like right now, we're not in the right spot. Let's say sells start to play out. Now we're not in a bad spot for sells because we have room for sells all the way back down to these lows. So if sells end up being a formation here, then yeah, I can take those bigger day moves. Did we get 5-minute bearish at least? We need 5-minute support, guys, because we need price to prove to us that it's not going to just fail, right? This is not healthy just pushing up straight. Give me a sec. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. I said that gold here, gold. Someone was asking about gold. I said that it's bank holiday, so we're ranging at the moment. If we stay in this range, don't touch it. If I was to sell gold, I'd probably sell gold below 23, 26. It's a little bit riskier because bank holiday, we're not guaranteed volume here. So that's the only thing you have to consider. It's just you're removing your win rate by maybe about 20%, 25%. You have a 25% less chance of winning the trade. And that's only on the basis of what? Only on the basis of bank holiday. Because it's a USD pair. It wouldn't be the same for GJ as we're not bank holiday for GJ. Still, we need some 5-minute structure. Come on, GJ. You need to form some 5-minute structure here, please. It's very important. Hey Tradesharpe, I recently applied for the waitlist on the exclusive. Will you be opening anytime? If you're on the waitlist, I accept 1 to 2 people a week. So expect maybe if you just joined, since I opened it yesterday, you're probably one of the first people. So expect maybe a couple of days a week and you'll be accepted. And the reason I do that is to make sure that, you know, we have, I know who comes in, I know who goes out, all of this stuff. So that's the main reason there. 5-minute structure below. I prefer below the resistance, then we close above. I like the new likes hack. It's way better than me asking for likes. The wicks on 5 minutes, not a confirmation to move up, but we could get one fat 5-minute candle that, like, your stops have to go below here. 19 pip stops at that point, because even if a 5-minute dumps all the way to retest these wicks here, you're going to be stopped out with your stop loss below the 15-minute candle. You know? So that's why we want. Do you consider a clean LTA above 2800? I have marked previous watch levels on my chart. I put a zone at 2860. Maybe that's because price already crossed twice. We're good. Yes. Since price crossed twice, we're good. I can have a double check for it. Yeah, I'm not worried. This is clean for me. 1530 will be clean. Yeah, that's clean for me. Something fishy. EU dumping, UJ dumping. Not sure who is weak. EU dumping, UJ dumping. Let's check the dollar, what the dollar is doing here. Dollar's bouncing up, so it's not the dollar being weak. So it's probably the euro. So UJ is dumping. Yeah, that's fishy. I don't know what's going on. Bank holiday, man. Some random traders moving the market right now. Definitely, this is definitely GBP. So maybe we're seeing money leave euro into GBP. It's why we're seeing GBP go up right now. Your favorite car? It's gonna be Porsche, man. Those are my favorite cars, are Porsches. Waiting for cell formation at 2001? No, just wherever it wants to form a cell formation, then we start looking for cells. It's how price action works. We don't dictate the zone. Whenever it happens, we can do it. Why does it affect JPY? I don't think we're not seeing, because we would have seen GJ affected right now. So I don't know what's happening with that. Like Jixi is not doing much as well. Because if we see JPY go down, we should see heavy weakness in the JPY right now. So that's just some sort of order closing. Money go out of USD from Euro to GBP. I think a UJ is something different. That's just someone closing an order, like a big fund closing an order. Frankfurt session using the volume of traders now before bank holiday later. I don't think that is from correlation reasons, because we have no reason for money to be going in GBP when we can expect interest cuts here. Now, if the news came back slightly higher than expected, this all makes sense. So yeah. Even if 15 closes above, you'll not be sure about your setup because there's no pullback? Yes, I'll be a bit cautious here. I would look to see if we could get a thunderstorm above at that point. Right? Only way you could take that setup then is that you put bigger stop losses, but realistically I'm not too interested in holding a big boy stop loss. I'm not too worried because to continue here we need to break this high anyway. So even if we can form 5-minute structure in here, breaking this high will be good, because remember that's the daily high here, right? So if we break the daily high, break through this 4-hour high as well, mostly the daily high, that's where we can get our continuation, right? Breaking daily high. So we have room. Let's see what GU did. Yeah, I'm interested to see what GU did. Yeah, so this is exactly what I wanted, guys, here. GU is exactly what I want on GJ. I want this. I want the close above and then a 5-minute pullback. Then you can look for entries. So GU is different because GU closed above after news. GJ didn't close above after news. So now you could take this as a setup 3, like yesterday. This is the same trade we took yesterday. Are we not at an intervention zone? Yeah, we're at risky zones for sure. But UJ is pulled back a little bit, which is nice. If UJ was back up here at these highs, I'm a bit worried. But definitely we're at intervention zones for sure. We have to be careful with that. That's why I'm trying to get in and out of trades as fast as possible. Alright, GJ is just pushing here. We'll see if it wants to give me my pullback. Why gold doesn't have any momentum? It's bank holiday. I told you it's bank holiday. I would love to see this just dump right now and then next candle closes above, because next candle will be 30-minute as well. 15 can just dump right now, create some sort of structure. That would be ideal. And it'll also prove my point right. But I've been pointing out how many times waiting for things has worked. If you guys fail to notice that, that's on you. But we've been discussing that a lot recently. Hey, bud, can you check EJ if that's okay for you? Yeah, we can have a look at EJ. I'd like to see you take more action and post your plans in London. Would be nice to see your plans like this, instead of just me checking it for you, as I want you actively to be doing something as well. Then I can look at your plan first and then I can check EJ instead of just telling you, because this is going to actively program in your mind how to be doing stuff, you know? Yeah, EJ is dumping here. Something is going on with the yen. We're seeing some sort of yen strength come back in here. I think EJ sells would only be below this range here. What's bias? Previous 4-hour bearish, previous daily is bullish, I guess. Yeah, I would say sells would make sense below here, but we're dumping through it, so probably waiting for next candle pull back up high chance this is not going to close below the range. So next candle pullback, give you bullish, and then close below. You don't have much range, but you'll look for that continuation. EU also dumping, so it could be something with Euro, true, but GJ is also dumping now as well, right? That's why I'm saying it's not. But remember what I was saying, guys, we need a pullback. There you go. So I hate to say I told you so, but anyone FOMOing in, that's it. You know, you took it. You know, and there'll be days, guys, where this just flies through the screen. But remember, I'm following my plan to avoid situations that I have control over. Today, I have control over that. Why? Because I have patience that I can wait for. Watch out for intervention. Yeah, I hope an intervention just comes right now so we don't have to deal with it. Also, it's fun to watch. And if we're involved in a trade while an intervention happens, I'm going to cry so much. But I'll be surprised to see them intervene without UJ hitting a high. Normally, price likes to hit a high like this, and then we have some sort of intervention here. See, it's always at highs. You see here it reaches a high or next to a high. Something becomes fishy. Really slow price action, dump. So when we're at lows like this, I don't really see that too much. Harry, do you drink? No, I don't drink alcohol, no. I do not drink alcohol. Any advice on crypto for beginners? Don't buy into hype. That's my number one advice. If people are talking about it, if it's hype, don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. It's not going to be a good thing. You said you got lucky. I got lucky with timing. I didn't get lucky. I believed in the asset. I invested in a time where I felt it was at a respectable price, and I researched a lot into it. So I didn't get lucky that I just said, oh, let me just put $10,000 into crypto. That's stupid to put that much money at that age. I didn't do that. Right? I actually knew what I was doing, but I got lucky with timing because the minute I invested, it was the start of the bull run. I never got to test, okay, what happened if I went in drawdown? How would I feel? That's what I mean by I got lucky with timing. Do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. The position we are in now, we're not in one. But if you mean looking at, do we just wait for 15-minute close above? Make sure next candle has the bottom wick? Basically, yeah. Maybe we would go break of high. We'll see where it closes. If it closes, let's say where my mouse is here, then you just might as well go break of this high for extra confirmation. Can you please give me link? I have a free course on YouTube. I think you start with that free course on YouTube. This has a lot of it, right? I don't have a direct course. And if you can't find the link to my Discord channel, you're probably going to struggle in trading. It's an uptrend. Yeah, so far we're not showing major breakdown sides. Football. I used to play in school. Yeah, I used to play football in school. EG jumping like crazy. What's the reason for a bottom wick to take the trade versus without one? Watch my video about wicks. You just, anytime before you ask me a question about some sort of concept, just search it in my channel, right? I'll teach you a cool thing. You want to see how cool my channel is? Type wicks. Just type wicks in my channel and you'll say, okay, wick fill versus rejection. Candles with no wick. Ah, maybe that's what I need to watch. Candles with no wicks, right? So what do I do if a candle has no wick? Let me go watch his video. Right? And if you want to keep up to date, then just subscribe. I only post a video a week, which is not only, I mean, that's very generous of me. So you can just watch those videos when they come live and you'll know, hey, Harry posted a video. Off to gym? All right, man. Take care. Take care. How much does it cost to live in Dubai per month? Depends on your lifestyle. I always say this. I could ask the same for anyone else. Depends on their lifestyle. You could live, I would say you could live off, depends. I don't know what your comfort levels are. You know, some people don't mind sharing a room with 4 people. You know, they just don't care because back home that's worse, you know. So it just depends, man. If you want to live by yourself in a 1-bedroom apartment, you probably need, and you're living a bit paycheck to paycheck, you know, you need about you need about $3,000. $3,000. Actually, no. Yeah, $3,000. 2.8 you could push it, but that's to live like you're not in the slums. You know, you're living by yourself. Nice 2-bedroom apartment in JBR. I hate JBR. Nice little AMG. How much do you need a month? I mean, you need to buy the AMG, right? What are you gonna do? Buy it cash or are you gonna finance it? So you finance that car, costs you at least 1,500 for a little AMG, A-class or something. You know, so it costs you at least. Apartment JDR costs you around what? 60K, 6K a month. Yeah, probably around $4,000. You could live like that, $4,000 or $5,000. But you're broke, like you're spending all money. Are you allowed to panhandle? What's panhandle? Why you hate JBR? Yeah, the second line, what you wrote is one reason. Second, it's full of like, I don't know, it's too crowded. The buildings are too close to each other. It's full of tourists. It's just a piece of shit. I don't like it down there. I can go to Dubai and be your driver. Yeah, it's normal to have a driver in Dubai actually. Ask money on the streets? No, you can't. If you get caught, you'll be deported. They'll just send you back home. They'll book you a ticket and send you back home. This is my first stream coming to your channel. I find it interesting and subscribe. Can you please tell me how your past stats like our win ratio with risk to reward? Type exclamation a journal in the chat and you can see my public journal. This is all the trades I've taken on stream. I post the link of what time I take the trade on stream. I post a link of the YouTube video so you can go watch back how I enter, how I exit, everything. Yeah, Palm Jumeirah is good, man. Palm Jumeirah is good. Very expensive these days. But yeah, Palm Jumeirah is good. If you want to rent a villa, you're looking at about $250,000 a year to rent a villa there. To buy a villa there, you're looking at maybe around, you know, $5 million minimum. They eventually all end up in 5 Palm. That's even more of a disaster. Have we taken any trade? I just came now. Yeah, bro, you missed it. 100 pip banger to the upside. 100 pip banger. I'm gonna take you to a game one day, don't forget. All right. Don't have to, but real question. I know trading is scalable. Would you say it is possible to have that level of money, 5 million for society with trading income? Time is the only thing. Yes, it is possible, but time, you know, you need to give it time. It would take time to save. I don't think you make that in a year. I think maybe 20 years, 25 years, something like that. Depends where you're starting now. If you start with $1 million, it's obviously going to come pretty quick, right? I think maybe in 3 years of profitable trading, you can reach 5 million. Actually, no, about, let's say 8 years, you know? But remember, number is just relevant on your own personal situation. You know? Do you only fill out the journal end of week? Yesterday is missing. Yesterday is not missing. Yesterday is not missing. I just haven't posted the link because I haven't posted the link, but it's not missing. You can go check the date. You can go check the date. This is actually wrong, this date here. This should be yesterday, which is 18. You can go check the date and just skip to what time that is on stream, right? You can go skip to what time that is on stream. Exactly, just curious, not always a fan of the idea that trading should be only income, so important to manage different cash flow sources. It should be, because if trading is your only income source, then you have time throughout your day to do other things. I would say that it'd be too stressful to try push that much. Psychologically, without a big income source, it's very hard to sit on a, let's say you make on average, let's take my average, right? Let's say my average per month is my average is 8%, right? So if you sit on a $5 million account, you know, $5 million account will give you good cash flow, right? At the end of the year, you can make 80% of that. That's almost $5 million, right? But how are you gonna handle having a $5 million account? You know, personal money, not trading for other people. That's why you can start to look into trading for hedge funds or something like that, which is obviously a plan, but psychology needs to be way on point. Now, I don't think that's sustainable for, if I plan to do that, would be only for 1 or 2 years, like not even 2 years, probably 1 year, and then get out of that. Right? Because you don't want to be putting yourself in that type of scenario, especially when you're not competent in your own psychology, right? So you have to be extremely psychologically ready. You have to have handled big capital. You have to have really good knowledge of the strategy and have traded it over multiple of years, so you know how it works in different cycles, not just pick it up, you know. So like you guys who've been trading my strategy less than a year, it's not going to be a good idea to go pick up $5 million worth of capital, because you need to see yourself in your own experience, your own eyes, your view of the market, how the strategy is going to cope in different scenarios, and how you cope, more importantly, not the strategy. Can you, right? Can you manage that type of stuff? And if you can't, then no. You know what I mean? So if you can't manage that stuff, then you're not going to be able to manage that capital, because you won't know long term. Like for me, I know long term it's okay. If I follow my plan, I'm okay long term. I can relax on that, you know? Because I've seen it not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3. I've seen it for 3.5, almost coming up to 4 years now. 4 market cycles. Most of you guys don't even have one market cycle underneath your belt following one strategy to the T. Right? And then you want to try progress. Like it's not, you know, it's not something that that comes overnight. You can always trade smaller accounts. Yeah, I was speaking more to his question. We're not sitting here trading $5 million accounts on stream. What stage you to become taking a 50 lot position? 50 lot position would be about, you know, my biggest lot I've popped so far is a 15 lot, right? That's the biggest lot I've popped so far. So that would be about 3x that roughly. not exactly, but around 3x that. So, you know, that's how it is. Are you managing different cash flow sources? TS trading, real estate, Pip Labs, crypto? Exactly. Yes, those are my thing. Real estate at the moment, it's more of I'm paying into it. So I wouldn't really consider that as a cash flow source. That's more long term because I have to pay a lot of money into that, right? All the rest, yes. Are you thinking about to stop trading one day? I wouldn't stop trading, but I'll probably get to a point where I'm trading a big enough account that I can take 1 or 2 trades a month and be done, right? So maybe risk about $6,000-7,000 dollars a trade, and then, you know, take 1 or 2 trades, and that's your bonus, and you can chill. Like, that's the whole idea of trading. We want to, you know, we want to work a part-time job that yields a full-time income. Creating bottom wick on GJ, well, we failed to close above, right? That's why that zone was very important. 1 hour also failed to close above. Now we look like we're just coming to where? Range city. We're looking like we're coming back to range city here, right? That's what it looks like. One hour closed above? I mean, come on, man. This is barely closing above, man. With so many wicks. Remember, this is the deal that we have about wicks. If you draw a line, it barely closed above. And it's all in these wicks. Like, it was, remember, it was up here about 7 minutes ago. That's a proper close above. Can we use setup 2 in the range? Yes, but remember, this is where you're probably going to lose your trade, is probably trading in this range, if I'm going to be honest. Come on, man, let's think positive. Yeah, but both ways, we don't take a trade till we get back above 760. So it doesn't matter what happens in the range right now. Are you going to get a video on setup 5 anytime soon? No, because I see people fail setup 5, even people fail setup 4. And also the amount of people that are interested in that stuff doesn't make sense. So I only want to make sure to teach people that who are actually involved in my strategy. I rather teach the basic setup 1, 2, and 3, which we use most of the time. And for the people who are actually interested in getting better, then they get access to that type of setup. I did release setup number 4. I did that on my website. You can go get access to the free webinar. I also made a short YouTube video, but even in the short YouTube video, look, 2.6K views. It doesn't do well because it's a bit complex. YouTube likes a bit more simpler content. And I know that because look at this. When I talk about a simple gold strategy, 9K views. Breakout, this, not break, but this price action entry, 14K views, right? When I talk about 50-minute scalping strategies, 36K views, right? You see what I mean? My pure breakout strategy, 71K views. So that's my point. People want simpler strategies. Which is fair because most of the trades we take anyways are following that, right? Look how many setup 1. You don't see setup 4 here, right? Setup 1, 2, 3, thunderstorm. All these videos are for free on YouTube, right? All the setups that I use. So you want to be focusing the majority of your trading on what the majority of things that happen in the market, basically. So if majority of the time setup 1, 2, and 3 are happening, focus on setup 1, 2, and 3, because if you can't nail that, then there's no point of learning other setups. Right? It's okay to get a concept of them, but you know, the majority of your profits are going to be made from what works most of the time. Can we use setup 4 if it closes back in the range? It's not a set bias. Setup 4, again, watch the setup 4 video. see what I say about the setup 4 video. Do you earn more from YouTube videos or trading? Definitely trading. YouTube doesn't pay me anything, man. I'll show you. I always like to show you guys how much YouTube pays. Let's go find a stream with a good amount of views here. It's funny though. It's funny. You have to actually be such a very popular person. As I said, I'm not a content creator. If I was a content creator, I wouldn't be live streaming. The whole reason I live stream is so I can post content without needing to go and film all this random content. I still do put content for you guys. But let me go and show you here. Let's go. Content, live streams. Let's go take a stream with good amount of views here. Yeah, this one looks good. Let's have a look. Analytics. Yeah, so this one, look how many viewers we got on this stream here. So this stream we got 936. We peaked here at 936 viewers we peaked. If you look at how many viewers we have today, we have 783. So 936 is actually one of my highest viewer counts. So in one of my highest viewer counts, it will pay me $6 in my highest viewer count. And that's for the whole stream. So you don't make too much money off that for sure. You know, that barely pays for anything. Any one of the things I post. Remember, every single YouTube video that I have on my channel, right? Every single video that I have on my channel, I pay quite a good bit of money to get that edited, thumbnails, all of that stuff. So no, you won't make good money from doing that. Some of my videos as well, monetization is off because a song plays that is copyrighted, and then that's that, you know. But no, I won't say that you make good money. What about YouTube videos? Depends on views. So I get about $10 per 1,000 views, but YouTube videos don't, sometimes less, depends on the video, but I don't post enough YouTube videos for it to pay me well, because in a whole year I'm posting 52 videos a year. So even if I post 52 videos, it's not really good, right? In terms of paying you. So that always depends on what, like my best YouTube videos that have like 71K and stuff like that. Yeah, you can make a couple of hundred off that for sure. You know, and that will at least pay back for the video editing for that video, right? So that video, I'll get paid back for the video editing. But again, as I said, I'm not a content creator. 7 minutes for GJ potentially to close up though. We'll see. Setup 3 forming in GJ, I prefer a close above here. We failed to close many times here. I really would prefer a close above here. Some people are saying gold is moving here on bank holiday. Yeah, we are trying to move here. We just tapped the daily resistance. Now, if this dumps and closes below here, yeah, you're going to see a big move down. You're probably going to see that move down. Now that we're grabbing liquidity from the daily resistance. Again, buys for continuation of buys, you needed to get back above there. So we need to see that continuation of buys. Can we wait for a 30-minute close above? You can, but just accept if the 15 closes above, it might go without you. But if your plan requires for 30 closures, then yeah, that's fine. Then you haven't missed anything because your plan required a 30 close, not a 15 close. What's going on? Guys, he uses YouTube to gain an audience and make money from a course or software that he sells to make more than that than he does from trading. I don't sell a course, first of all. And second of all, if I want to make a backtesting software, and which costs a lot of money, by the way, guys, you need to go check how much software costs to make and sell that to you guys because I'm offering a service. What's the harm? You pay someone to make you burgers in McDonald's, but complain at someone on YouTube making money from selling you a backtesting software. Like, come on. Get a grip of yourself, man. Entry of 5 minutes due to volume. You would have taken it already, right? For me, no bottom wick as well. I don't like it. Long 6 minutes, it is. 5 minutes here is tough because no bottom wick as well, so I wouldn't enter because even basing it on 5 minutes makes it tough for me. If you go impulsively breaking the high here, I don't know, it's too much. What if it makes one then flip? Yeah, you take a risky trade. Do I need to take a risky trade? Probably not. This month is going pretty well for me. I don't need to force things. Five can close thunder will be fine. Yeah, then it will just be the 15 close anyways. It was going amazing for me too, and then yesterday I lost 10k. I have no idea what happened. Holy shit, man. Why did you do that? That's silly, man. Come on. That's just, you just broke your plan. It's impossible to lose that much in one day. If you're risking 2k per trade. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's like 4 trades. Let's say you risk 2%, 4, 8. Yeah, it's already more than 2 loss. So you're risking 3% per trade. Yeah, now you're going silly. I use PipLab's demo, the free of charge one. Excellent software, kindly supplied. Exactly. Right? Like, people complain at paid services when PipLabs has a free version for you to use. If you want to use the paid version, pay. My strategy, I'm on here live every day showing you guys how I trade. And if you want to get better and actually invest money, you can pay and join that as well. It's normal thing, guys. It's something very, very normal. And if you think they're making shit tons of money charging $20 for a software, and you know how expensive software is, right? If you know about software, you know, and charging $50 a whole month. Yeah, the rule should be there, Pim. Exactly, Pim. That should be the rule. No more than 2 drays. I'm not worried at all. I've been there. I've done that. Now I know how it goes. I'll be up in no time. No, I'm worried. You should be very disappointed to go through it like that for no reason. You've done that so many times. Yes, you know how to get back on point, but too many times you do this. It's ridiculous how many times you do this. We're always in the same spot here. And if you do that one more time at the wrong position, then your account's gone again. Right? It's gone again. You know, except just in one day you go reverse, you know. Good things take time, bad things happen quick. Can't reverse it that quick, man. I don't know where you were the last 3 days, but wherever you went, don't go back there because it definitely didn't help. This is so unpredictable. This is why I wait for closes. Right? Wait for closes so I know my probabilities here, right? If this closes below, then hey, I'm good for waiting again. I avoid another fake out. And I'll accept that. I'll tell you one thing, Claudio. You're very good at coding. Code yourself some system that locks you trading a certain amount per day. Like you only can take 2 bullets per day, 2 to 3 bullets. And once that happens, boom, there's no way you have a 12-hour lock on the account. And if you're that desperate that you go and recode yourself to unlock it, then you'll at least you'll have time to think about it. At least you'll have time. Yeah, look at this, guys. We rejected below here, no close above, right? No close above. That's that. That's the story here. So I want buys above here. I want something closing above. You can set a limit on magic keys for taking trades per day, but the problem is you can manually change it, but at least you have to change it. I think that's a good idea, man. I think you should utilize, Claudio does have magic keys. So you should utilize that feature, and every time you go to change it, question yourself. It's about the act, right? I don't care about actually having a forced limit. It's more the act of him having to change it. Like, that's going to help a lot. He's like, oh, I know I shouldn't be doing this. Is it okay to master only one setup and, master only one setup, let's say like setup 4, only looking for it? Yes, but don't use setup 4 because that's like doesn't happen as much as, let's say, setup 1. You know what's interesting? I was up 1 to 1.5 hour on each one yesterday, but got greedy and lost them all by one. Wow, that's crazy. That's something new, actually. That's something new because they were all winning trades, but you got greedy. That's something new. That's interesting. That's actually more painful. You must have felt shittier after that one. That one will feel a lot more shittier because now you are up 1-1 on every single one of those trades. This is where break-even becomes useful. I know long-term you'll be fine, but it's just a shame because you're stalling your progression speed, right? It's classic. It's quite interesting to watch you do this, actually. It's quite interesting. Are all your trades on stream or do you trade outside stream? I trade when there's a setup. So if there's a setup outside stream, then yes, I am trading outside stream. He probably didn't close on the other ones because he wanted to make back the loss from the previous one and something more, right? See? Greed is deadly. It is deadly. What crypto are you holding? I'm mostly scaled out. I'm heavy in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'm mostly scaled out. Still hold a bit of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm only worried once we start breaking through this 4-hour range here, right? These 55s could be a great rejection point, to be honest. Like, this is for me a bullish consolidation at the moment. Yes, this is very weak to see all of these highs here, you know, but we could just end up here, get one more liquidity grab. I can layer in on that liquidity grab, and then we see this before maybe a bigger dump. Next up is 55 and 45. Yeah, 55 is going to be an interesting zone. It's creating a barcode. It is creating a barcode. Bank holiday today. We are seeing a bit of impact here on GBP from that as well. Not seeing people too interested here. You know your setups, did you make them or did you get them from somewhere else? Well, price action in a whole, there's only a few ways you can enter on trades on price action. So I didn't create those concepts of buying above when price closes above ranges, buying at support, selling at resistances with confirmation, right? Those things are the only ways you can enter. What I did make is I did make the entry requirements, which means that I need candle high to break. I need liquidity grab before. I need structure created at this certain point. I need bias to be created. I need to have some sort of range. I need all of these small things. That's what I did experiment and found that that's my little twist on things. Like I used to trade with some guys, some friends. They never used to buy breakouts at all. Like their plan was that always wait for some sort of target to form, wait for pullbacks and buy based on the pullbacks. Mine was I didn't mind taking the close above, but I need certain conditions in order for them not to be a fake out. You know, but we were both trading price action. Would you trademark this strategy? No way. No way. I don't need to trademark this strategy. Price action, like as a whole, I don't know who created the origin of it, but that's trying to trademark a certain way you do a bench press. You know? Like the entries itself are very simple and straightforward. The whole thing surrounding it is key. What surrounds the entries is key. I'm counting on the 4-hour flip on US 30. All right, all right. Gold going for another battle of that daily resistance right here. We'll see this time if it wants to beat the daily resistance or if it will fail again. Can you check GU? Yeah, we can have a look at GU. Yeah, GU also rejecting here. GU actually a little bit nastier breaking that 1 hour high. But we have all this resistance here, so not really valid trade. I'd say maybe GU looking for pullbacks to potentially continue as well. GJ here is dumping, right? So we stayed safe from that. It just basically swept this high right now. Grabbed liquidity from up there and now it's dumping. Do you use alerts? No, so I trade the charts on London session is my main session. And then when I'm in NY, I'm normally in the gym. So I set alerts and then I'm normally in the NY chat in the exclusive group. So we're speaking about this type of stuff. So yeah. You trade from mobile? Will I do my analysis in NY before trading off mobile? So if you go in the chat here, you see Harry NY and Plan. This is in the exclusives. I do a full analysis with a video here. So there's a Loom video. I post a video about what I'm looking for. I set out my whole analysis. So I'm well planned before I actually take the trades. Which trading session would be best for CAD JPY? I would probably say, that's interesting, probably NY because of the CAD. But even Asian could work. I don't know. You'd have to backtest that. I believe we have CAD JPY on Pip Labs, so I could check that. Or just use the CAD JPY on there. Right? Use CAD JPY and do that. Any success stories regarding people that are on your exclusive group? We haven't been open for too long, but some of the guys who have been in there for a while, yes, are reaching some goals that I'm very, very happy to see. In terms of major success stories, we've had people come in, make a good amount of money. They go on their own way. One of the guys made 6 figures. Many of the guys like to keep it private, actually. And they DM me personal, so I'll not talk about those because I need to ask their permission. But they're doing quite well in terms of making steady income month on month. I wouldn't say it's massive, but definitely better than where they started. A lot of prop firm challenge pass, man. That's probably what people share the most. They're happy to share that. Let's go have a look. We can see some of the stuff. It's not really one of those groups that just shill random profits, but you can see we have people who, like, look at the write-up we have on this person sharing. It's something that means a lot to them. Biggest trade that they took, prop firm challenges passing, 18% profits, another prop firm challenge passed, another one, withdrawals here, stuff like that, right? Also, a lot of people come into the group. Some people come into the group and they just want to spend a month in the group, catch up with all of my exclusive content that I have in the group, learn for a month, and then, you know, get on with their time. Although I believe you need more than that, but again, that's their personal choice. I'm not going to dictate what they want to do with their money and with their time. I can, you know, tell it what I recommend, but I won't dictate that. You know? If you're in this YouTube stream and take more trades than Harry, it doesn't make sense to me because you have less knowledge. You should be taking less trades. That's true unless they have a different strategy and they see their setup based on their strategy, right? As well as the second thing, maybe they're trading different pairs, right? So if they trade different pairs, they might have a different setup, but based on the pairs I trade today, I might not have a setup. Tomorrow I might take a trade and they might not get a trade tomorrow, but they got a trade today, right? As long as they're not taking advantage of you and your knowledge and services, I make it very clear to some people. I think people have heard me say in the group, if someone comes in the group and is asking bullshit, I ask them to leave. I have refunded people and asked them kindly to leave. I do give them a chance though. I tell them, listen, I don't really think you're suitable for the group. I expect this type of standard from you. You know, and sometimes they'll come in. So I give them a week. If they end up being that same standard for the week, I don't mind refunding them and sending them on their way, because it's just more headache for me and it makes others uncomfortable. He keeps giving a second, yeah, but 8 months. Yeah, a little bit different story. How much should I risk to pass a funded account? I'm gonna say something here. I'm gonna drop me a message. No, that's not the type of people I'm looking at, but I'm going to show you guys something here. It's gonna be a bit of promotion, so don't hate me, but it's really a piece of advice, okay? I'm being honest, but it will kind of promote here, so I'm warning you already. Someone asked here, how much should I risk on a 10K challenge to pass it? How much is a 10K challenge, guys? Can someone write in the chat on average? On average, how much is a 10K challenge? Can someone let me know? I'm sure it's more than $50. 120, 150, 100. I'm seeing more than $50 here. If you don't know how to risk, so if you're willing to pay $100, $70, and you don't know how to pass a challenge, please, I beg you guys, please, okay? Go onto a backtesting software and use the prop firm simulator on our backtesting software. Learn how much to risk. Prove to yourself you can pass a challenge on a backtesting software. Risk that doing that. This only cost you 1/3 of that. It cost you 1/3 of that. All right? So go and practice, please. Don't spend money on a prop firm challenge when you don't know what you're doing. You're making them money. You're not making yourself money, guys. I want you to do something that's going to make you money. Stop giving these prop firm money for no reason, please. Right? I did warn you that it would promote Pip Labs, but that's the whole reason we included that in Pip Labs. We didn't include that for no reason. Now, I don't like to promote in your faces like that, right? But I do want to tell you that you guys have to stop wasting money with funding challenges when you can't even be profitable. And even if you don't want to pay money to practice on a backtesting software, practice in the markets on demo, prove to yourself, do one of the free demo challenges. No promo, he just telling facts. Yeah, it is facts, you know. That's the whole reason we created Pip Labs, by the way, guys. It's a tool to help. It's not some sort of random course to just generate profit for me. All right? So use that. Harry, your thoughts on trading German or UK indices during London session? I think it's great. We have a decent portion of our group who do that. They're actually trading it right now. You can see them. They're trading it right now. Indices chat, this is what they're looking at today. They're trading indices. So for him, it looks messy today. You can see. You can see. The reason why I left your Discord is because there's always fake messages. Yep, because it's a public group. So you're going to get anyone who joins. That person who joins can add you. And then guess what happens? They're going to be scammers. I will never DM you first, so just block them. That will not happen in a private group because it's private, right? No one can message you if you're private. What's your mainstream income? My mainstream income is trading. That's why I'm here in the morning. It's not my only source though, as you guys know, obviously. I've explained multiple times my sources of income. But when I started, my main source of income was actually crypto. I got quite lucky in crypto in terms of timing. That set me up quite well. Did you start full-time trading after 1 year trading? No, it took me 2 years before I could consider trading as a legitimate source of income. Right? It took me 2 years before I could actually say, hey, I can actually make money month on month. And it wasn't great money month on month. Maybe $600 to $1,000 a month I was making after 2 years. I feel like all of these influencers, trader get lucky on crypto, now they're selling a course. No, not lucky on crypto like that. I said I invested in crypto and got lucky on timing. The time I invested, we had a big bull run. So I made money off that. If we didn't have a bull run, I wouldn't have made that money. If we didn't have that bull run, I never would have been a trader. Because of crypto, I got into trading. That's the whole reason. Guys, we're ranging here. I don't like, right? I don't like how we're ranging. So for me, probably just gonna set an alert here and come back. I want a deep close above here. It's basically a little bit boring. 30-minute closed below here. I do want to see price close above. So yeah, you know, this is what I need to wait for here, guys. So that's gonna be the plan. That's gonna be in the plan. It's just to wait for that. If a 15 ends up flipping here and closing above in 9 minutes, I need it to close deep. That can happen after the stream, but I don't like the way we're ranging right now. It's a little bit boring. I mean, it might happen. We'll see. I might wait for this 15. Maybe we wait for this 15. We'll see. Let's just see. If this starts rejecting again, then I'll probably hop off. So is it luck or not? It's not luck that I invested in crypto. But in terms of timing it, I got a little bit lucky with timing because the minute I bought it, we started the bull run. Right? You're not actively trading crypto? No, I invest in crypto. How so? From crypto investing to trading? Yeah, because if I would never, let's say I did bad in crypto, I don't know, both ways, me just getting involved in crypto would have probably got me into trading. My dad is in Dubai finding a business. Can you help him? Finding a business or finding a job? Yeah, this is rejecting now. I feel like we're gonna have a bit of a crab market. So for me, gonna just set an alert, something like this, hop off, and then we'll see when that comes. Overall bank holiday today, guys, so be careful in New York session. Personally, for me, not trading New York session as it is a bank holiday. It doesn't make sense. Overall, I was expecting some sort of continuation, but price is just looking like it wants to range here, and I'm not gonna deal with this range, and we'll come back at it tomorrow. So I appreciate everyone showing up. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's get it tomorrow. So far, not a bad week, no losses. Only wins, so that's good. That's always positive. A lot of news this week, so be patient this week, guys, right? Be patient this week. We have a shit ton of news, a lot of stuff in terms of euro. Look at Friday, look at Thursday, so just be careful because of that, right? So yeah, appreciate everyone showing up. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you all.